Welcome back to New Rockstars. This is the big question, the show that gives you too much information on the unlimited strength and power you can unlock inside of yourself by rejecting the light and turning to the all-encompassing dark magic. It's what I did. That's why I'm so magical all the time. My name is MT, and I'm here today with off-screen producer Brandon. What's going on, Brandon?
Hello, MT. I guess if you practice the dark magic, I have to be your foil on the light side and try and bring you back to the goodness. Even though dark magic is so much better, it's so much cooler.
It's so much fun. It's gonna be like Dayman versus Nightman. You know, I'll be Nightman, you can be Dayman. Dayman.
Fighter of the Nightman.
All right, Brandon, hit me with that big question, Brandon.
Okay, MT. We finally got the Moon Knight trailer. It came out this week.
Hey.
Beautiful. And it seems like Marvel is continuing to dive deeper and deeper into the dark magical arts that exist within the MCU. It seems to be part of this new, multiverse era of the MCU. It's going to bring in a lot more dark magic.
Where's Severus Snape when you need him?
Yeah, right? Where is he at? We need that dark magic. But so now we got all these players in the dark magic game, but who are they and how do they stack up against each other? It all leads us to this week's big question. Who are the most powerful dark magic users in the MCU?
Ooh, that is a great question, Brandon. Well, let's go through all the different wielders of dark magic in the MCU and see who comes out on top. And let's start off with everyone's favorite suburban mom who mind controls the whole entire neighborhood, Wanda Maximoff. That's not being a very good neighbor, but hey, if you control the neighborhood, then you get to decide who's the good neighbor.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. You'll always win the Christmas lights contest for the neighborhood if you control the neighborhood.
Exactly. The Scarlet Witch. Yes, she is technically a practitioner of chaos magic. However, now that she possesses the Darkhold, she's definitely looking into the powers of dark magic. And actually, I think that chaos magic is actually dark magic, which is why Wanda is in the Darkhold in the first place. And remember, Agatha Harkness said the Scarlet Witch was prophesied to be even more powerful than the Sorcerer Supreme. And she's a mom, so she's already more powerful than the Sorcerer Supreme there.
That's right. But, moms rule the world.
I can barely walk and breathe at the same time. So moms be walking, breathing, driving the kids to soccer practice, performing heart surgery. You guys are amazing. I don't know how you guys do it.
My mom performed heart surgery on me, and I'm a better man for it.
Exactly. You're going to live forever, honestly. But yes, Wanda is a mom that wants to find her interdimensional children out there somewhere in the multiverse, and she's willing to use any kind of magic at her disposal to get that done. So I don't see why she wouldn't use that dark chaos energy magic that has surged inside of her ever since those Hydra experiments.
Yeah, I think you're right, MT. That makes sense that chaos magic, it's probably closer to dark magic on the magic spectrum than Eldritch magic, which is maybe on more the light side. And I think Wanda has the great excuse of I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just moving my hands. It's not like she studied it. It was I'm just doing magic. I didn't know it was dark magic. Sorry, everybody. But now that she knows, she ain't got to stop. I mean, she's got a little taste of how powerful it can be.
She has the book now. She has the dark magic encyclopedia. Now that she can purposely ruin lives rather than accidentally. So it's great.
And I think she's got a good reason. She's been used and abused by more powerful people everywhere, from Hydra to the Avengers, throwing her in jail. A pretty nice jail. You get to have proper cash and everything. But,
Martha Stewart jail.
Martha Stewart jail. Pretty nice compound. But I think she's got her reasons. And now that she knows that she has kids or manifested kids, or that there's a version of her with kids, she wants to find them. She wants them back. So everybody better get the out of her way. Get the bleep out of her way, because she's coming for you.
But of course, next up, we got the queen of dark magic herself. We got to talk about Agatha Harkness, baby, because she is the greatest woman that ever existed in the MCU, in my opinion. She killed her mom, which is not the best thing to say after I said that. She killed her mom.
That's why MT loves her. Full stop. End of the conversation. Thanks, everybody. See you next week.
MT is a mother hater. No mothers.
MT's these moms have got to be stopped after you just praised them.
Too many moms.
Against them.
She killed her mom and the entire book club when she was just a young witch, and now she's mind-prisoned in the suburb. But we know that that's not going to last forever. I mean, it'd be really terrible if it did, especially because she has her own series on the horizon, House of Harkness. And she's been practicing dark magic for hundreds of years and certainly learned a lot from the Darkhold before Wanda snatched it from her in a very rude fashion. But even though she's down right now, you can't count her out for too long because Agatha won't stay down. She won't.
She's gonna be back on the board before you know it. And yeah, she's super powerful, like hundreds of years of practicing dark magic, existing in the shadows, manipulating wills as she will. But you know someone's gonna break her out of there and use her, or she's gonna break out herself. Like she's too powerful to be held down. And in the comics, I mean, she's such a powerful figure. I can't see how she doesn't come back and really be one of the strongest dark magic users in the MCU.
And hey, judging by the name of her show, House of Harkness, I can see that, like, her having siblings, because she has a mom, and so she's definitely probably has siblings that are just like, hey, Agatha, you messed up. I'm gonna break you out, you idiot.
I think if there's one thing you don't do, it's tell Agatha she messed up, because she'll kill you.
Don't.
She'll suck away all your powers.
110%. But hey, if Agatha is the queen of dark magic, then this purple-faced bro is definitely the king. Yes, I'm talking about the floating head in space, Dormammu. He presides over the dark dimension, which is, a pretty dark place full of dark energy, and consumes worlds as he sees fit. And in the MCU, dark magic uses energy that is channeled from the dark dimension. That is how the Ancient One was able to live so long and become so ancient, but with amazing skin for an ancient person. So is Dormammu destined to come back and dominate with his dark magic?
Most definitely. Like he'll be back soon. Though I don't know if we'll see him anytime soon. Because, he got in a whole, logic prison trick with Doctor Strange. And you would think he'd very quickly be like, wait, I'm going to go back and take Earth. But to him, quickly could be, thousands of years. There's tons of other worlds for him to consume. So I don't know how fast he would be coming back. But maybe if he sees, the defenses are down, he could show up sooner rather than later. But do you think we'll see him again soon?
Well, we've gotta, because Dormammu is such a huge Doctor Strange villain. It's basically his arch nemesis in a way on a cosmic scale. I mean, other than your Mordos and whatever. But yeah, I think that Dormammu is definitely the huge threat to the MCU in waiting. And once that Pinky Promise prison is down and ready to go, he's gonna come back and try to eat our planet because there's something about our Earth that he really, really wants. And you got to think about it. He's been munching on so many multiverses, and that's all he does 24/7. So if he really wants our Earth, there's something there that we have that he does not have.
Yeah,
which is kind of crazy.
Yeah, I mean, he seems like the perfect villain to come back in a Doctor Strange 3, maybe? I don't know. It seems like with Kang on the horizon right now, it seems like bringing back Dormammu now might be a bit much, but I don't know. Maybe Kang will use Dormammu. I don't know. But the fact that most dark magic in the MCU channels out of the dark dimension, he might show up just because he's like, why are all these people sucking away my dark magic powers and not becoming a mindless one and floating around in my space? I got to go see what's going on with this Earth. I got to show back up.
Where are all these people sucking me off? Get out of here.
Who's drinking my milkshake? You drink my milkshake.
My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard.
I sucked it
What are
up.
all these boys in my yard? Get out of here.
Get all these boys out of my yard.
And their life is better than yours.
You're damn right it's better than yours.
But we should also consider the dark magic using version of Doctor Strange that we saw in the What If series. This Strange Supreme is a version of Stephen Strange that spent centuries in the lost library of Cagliostro, absorbing the powers of magical beings from different dimensions, including those with dark magic powers. He became incredibly powerful and in the end almost destroyed the multiverse, which is, whoopsies, but it happens sometimes.
He's in love.
Classic
He's in
whoopsies.
love. We'll do anything for love.
We, of course, last left him guarding the pocket dimension that contained Killmonger and Ultravision Zola battling for the Infinity Stones. But it looks like Strange Supreme could be returning in Multiverse of Madness. Could. Though I do suspect that this could be just another alternate evil Strange that... Because you have to remember that Doctor Strange has a crazy amount of curiosity across the multiverse. So there's definitely going to be so many versions of Doctor Strange that fall into darkness and maybe come across the Darkhold before Wanda does.
Right.
And has the Darkhold corrupt their minds. So maybe this Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness isn't Strange Supreme, but... we can't discount the possibility, I guess.
Yeah, because they, when What If was out, they made that statement that some of these characters might transition into the real world. It seems like they were mainly doing it for Captain Carter, But it is strange to show that character in the trailer after we just learned about the What If series, and you just said we're going to bring people over, and you show us this, and he's like kind of the same, but at the end of What If, he was like kind of being good. I don't know. It's very confusing. But I like that idea, MT. It makes me think that because Stephen Strange is so curious and so consumed with being the most powerful and the most smart and the most right, that in the multiverse, wouldn't it be awesome, or not awesome, or interesting if most Doctor Stranges are evil? And like really the one in the MCU and the one in like Earth 616 are good, but most of them turn out evil. Like that's an interesting little twist. Like we have quirky ones, the ones who stay on the good side.
Yeah, no, I think that's exactly what this Doctor Strange movie is going to do in Multiverse of Madness. It's going to be like, all right, our Mordor thinks that Doctor Strange is bad, but like he could be a lot worse on the multiversal scale.
Yeah.
Trust and believe. And like, since we're getting, of course, Kang and the introduction of the Council of Kangs, and we're probably going to get a Council of Reeds, I think that we're going to see, different groups of variants sort of like interacting on a multiversal scale. So we saw Kang, and now we're going to see how Doctor Strange affects the multiversal scale. And it's not going to be great because there's probably just like a couple of really not great Doctor Strange evil people out there that want to destroy the multiverse on purpose, or maybe even by accident because of their curiosity.
Right.
Because Doctor Strange is manipulating the time stone too much.
Probably
on a
manipulation of the time zone. Yeah, you know all about that, MT.
It's true.
But yeah, if this is, whatever this is in Multiverse of Madness, we'll find out. But the fact that there is a Strange Supreme out there who spent centuries absorbing the powers of other dimensional beings, some of them certainly dark magic, and absorbing their powers uses that dark magic. This could be why Dormammu shows back up and he's like, wait, what's going on? There's an evil Doctor Strange. The one Doctor Strange was telling me I'm the bad guy, and now there's this guy.
Right?
What's going on?
Imagine like Dormammu makes friends with this Doctor Strange. He's like, hey, you're pretty good. I like you.
I like you. You're on the right track. I'm on your side, buddy. Let's go f*** up this Doctor Strange. That's too nice.
But hey, now we come to Moon Knight, which will introduce Khonshu, the mythical being that imbues Marc Spector with his Moon Knight powers. And in the comics, we learn from Null that Khonshu is an elder god predating Earth itself. He's just sort of become part of Egyptian mythology. And we don't know yet how he'll be represented in the MCU, but like most gods that we've seen so far, he'll probably be pretty powerful. He has superhuman strength, healing, durability, and is pretty much immortal. And he wields magic and mystical energies. And in the comics, has even absorbed the powers of other heroes, which is pretty diesel. And even though he gave Marc Spector the Moon Knight powers, he's pretty much an antagonist for Marc, since Khonshu pretty much wants to use Marc to unleash vengeance on Earth, which is not the greatest thing.
Earth kind of deserves it. We're due for a little vengeance.
Yeah. Well, I mean, on a universal scale, Earth has been doing a little bit too much, like snapping, 2 snaps, all this weird stuff with Captain Marvel. I don't know what's going on over there.
Earth is certainly punching above its weight right now in the MCU. Some of these like elder gods and the Celestials, they're ready to be like, okay, Earth, calm down. You found a toy a little too early. You're not mature enough to handle it yet.
Okay, Dirt Circle, calm down.
It'll be interesting to see how they kind of represent Khonshu, I think, in the MCU. Because, when it was introduced in the 80s, it was more of like, you're going to be the left hand of Khonshu and do the goodness on Earth.
The fist of Khonshu.
Yeah. You're going to be nice and make things right. And then later on, they kind of made it more where like Khonshu was like, yeah, you're going to go people up, and Mark was like, I don't know, this is a crazy idea. I'm going through my own stuff right now. And he's like, no, do it. You gotta do it.
Just do it. Do it. Kill him. Do it.
It seems like for this version, they're gonna lean more towards that, like Khonshu is the antagonist to Mark, even though he's like, here's these powers, but also I need you to do this. And he's like, I don't wanna, it's too much.
I mean, we do see him briefly in the trailer sort of chasing after Mark in the elevator.
Yeah.
Until he turns into an old lady. So yeah, I think that he might end up being like this antagonist, this like person that's just like, come on, Mark, you want to punch people and kill people all day, Mark, type of guy. So.
Yeah. It would be really cool if Khonshu was like trying to get Mark to get to the Ebony Blade, which was like recently introduced in Eternals. All these museums now, I'm like, that are in London, it's like they're very close to each other. I would love it if like that was like part of this story. It was like, I need you to go get this Ebony Blade. And Mark's like, I need to go see my therapist. He's like, do it. Go do it. Kill.
The therapist can wait, Marc Spector.
Can wait.
Think, Mark, think!
I got a question for you, MT, as we talk about like these dark magic wielders. What about like Mordo? We know that, he used Eldritch magic and he was pissed that the Ancient One was using dark magic. But now that he's out there killing sorcerers or at least taking away their powers,
taking their legs away.
Is taking their legs away. This is my magic. This is my power. Is he using dark magic now? Or is he still using like Eldritch magic in a mean way?
I think this, in the case of Mordo, I think that this is just a mean case of Eldritch magic. Because Mordo, even though he's sort of going in this evil path, he's very much on the side of light. And he wants to defend Earth and he wants people to be safe. And he's all about the protection of the natural law. And what Doctor Strange was doing in Doctor Strange 1 and what the Ancient One was doing is that they were violating the natural law by manipulating the Time Stone and the Dark Dimension energies, respectively. So I don't think that Mordo will be a dark magic user. I think he's very much against darkness.
Yeah.
I think that he actually will be hunting Wanda, if anything, because she's too powerful with dark magic. But yeah, I don't think that Mordo will be a dark magic user, just an evil light magic user.
Okay, I like that. What about like the Dweller in Darkness? Is he using like dark magic, or is he just using the magic of the souls that he's sucking in?
I don't think the Dweller in Darkness is a dark magic user. I just think that he is dark by nature. I think that he comes from a dark place, like a dark universe, like, your Dormammu. He uses his dark nature to suck the light, like, darkness sucks light in real life.
Absorbs
and
light.
So he's just a sucker like Agatha is. He just wants to suck all the energy out of people. But yeah, I think that the Dweller in Darkness is just a dark being that wants to just absorb the light in general.
That makes sense.
That's just my guess.
Okay, I like it.
All right, Brandon, so let's do our rankings of, like, who's the top dog dark magic users in the MCU? Who do you think? What would your ranking be?
I would put it, like, at the tippy top, the very top. I think you got to put Dormammu, because he's got like the whole, he's of the dark dimension. He's like super powerful. And he's also like, he's a big enough power that he was not there all the time. Like he's not someone you have to constantly worry about, kind of like a Celestial. It's like when he shows up, it's a big deal, but like he's not an everyday threat. And then like right beneath him, I think you got to put almost on the same level, like Strange Supreme and Wanda. I think the Scarlet Witch and Strange Supreme are like right beneath him. And they're probably pretty much equal. I say that just because Wanda's still new to it and she's still learning it. She's got the ability, but she doesn't have the technical skills yet. She's still working that out. But like Strange Supreme, he's had like centuries to work it out and he knows what he's doing and he's got a lot of power. I think you put those two right beneath Dormammu and then Agatha slips in underneath them, I think.
I would 100% agree with that. That seems like it's a very solid ranking because Dormammu is a multiversal creature, and he's darkness on a multiversal level, whereas Wanda is only darkness on a universal level, on our universe, on the MCU. So Dormammu has to be the top dog here because he just has too much power.
Right. Where do you think Khonshu's going to fit in on the list?
I would say that Khonshu would probably fit in slightly below Wanda almost because he does need an avatar, and he can't move freely as an entity. So I would say that Wanda and a Strange Supreme would be a little bit more powerful than your Khonshu.
Okay. Yeah, we'll see.
We shall see indeed. But have you checked out NewRockstarsMerch.com lately? It's got our awesome Book of Boba Fett shirt design, The Hunter. It's part of our latest Obsession limited edition series. The Spider-Man No Way Home shirt is already sold out, so grab The Hunter quick because you guys are really, really loving our shirts, and they're really selling out really quick. So just grab it quickly while you still can over at NewRockstarsMerch.com. And before we dive into our bite-sized questions next, some words from the people that help bring us Big Question to you. People like Masterclass. This is a great time to invest in yourself and learn something new. With Masterclass, you can learn from the world's best minds, anytime, anywhere, and at your own pace. You can learn science from Bill Nye, improve your cooking skills with Gordon Ramsay, or learn how to rap with Nas. I'm learning how to rap with Nas myself. With over 100 classes from a range of world-class instructors, that thing you've always wanted to do is closer than you think. And here at New Rockstars, we really enjoy the filmmaking and writing courses. The Spike Lee, Bob Iger, and Aaron Sorkin classes were all really interesting. And Jane Foster herself, Natalie Portman, has a cool class on acting. She doesn't really give any tips on how to wield Mjolnir, but maybe they'll add that in later after Thor Love and Thunder comes out. Who knows? And all the master classes are really well shot and edited. And it's like watching a movie than a lecture, honestly. And we highly recommend that you check it out. Get unlimited access to every masterclass. And as a Big Question fan, you get 15% off an annual membership. Go to masterclass.com/bigquestion now. That's masterclass.com/bigquestion for 15% off Masterclass.
If saving more and spending less is a goal for 2022, you should stop paying insane amounts of money for wireless. Switching to Mint Mobile is the easiest way to save this year. As the first company to sell premium wireless service online only, Mint Mobile lets you maximize your savings with plans starting at just $15 a month. Here at New Rockstars, multiple staff members have switched to Mint Mobile, and they love it. They got to keep their phones and their numbers, and they're saving a bunch of money. Boom, bada, boom. By going online only and eliminating the traditional cost of retail, Mint Mobile passes significant savings to you. All plans come with unlimited talk and text, plus high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. With Mint Mobile, choose the amount of monthly data that's right for you and stop paying for data that you never use. Switch to Mint Mobile and get premium wireless service starting at just $15 a month. To get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month and get the phone shipped to your door for free, go to mintmobile.com/bigq. That's mintmobile.com/bigq. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/bigq.
And Mint Mobile is owned by Deadpool, so you should just do it for that reason too.
There you go. How meta.
All right, Brandon, now it is time for our bite-sized questions. Now, Brandon, I got a question for you. Speaking of dark magic and, all this dark magic stuff going on in the world, is Severus Snape the only Death Eater able to cast a Patronus charm? And that is from IAJ Smith 24 on Discord. Thank you so much, IAJ Smith.
Thank you. Yes, Severus Snape, love him or hate him. I think everyone loves him. I don't think anyone hates him.
Fame isn't everything.
He's the only Death Eater, undercover or otherwise, that we see cast a full Patronus in the Harry Potter book series and in the films. If you don't know, a Patronus, it's a powerful and complicated defensive charm that produces a positive energy force that often takes the form of an animal spirit guardian of the caster. These animal shapes are the corporeal form of the spell and can carry messages, and they're mostly used to defeat the Dementors. There are incorporeal Patronuses that are most famously used by Remus Lupin to hide his identity, but no one cares about those because they don't take the shape of a cute little animal. Snape's Patronus is, of course, a doe, a female deer, Ray, a block of golden sun, and it's the same Patronus that Harry's mother Lily would conjure because Snape was in love with Lily. She's the happy memory that Snape uses to summon the ethereal creature, because you have to have that happy memory inside of you to summon a Patronus charm.
You gotta be a simp like Snape.
You gotta be a simp. You gotta simp for the ladies or a simp for the men to cast that Patronus, because that's the crucial part of the complicated spell. They don't teach the Patronuses in school. So if you're thinking, well, all the Death Eaters, they went through school, they should know how to do it. They don't teach it in school, kids. Harry learns it in his third year from Remus because he's being tormented by the Dementors. And then he goes on to teach it to other members of Dumbledore's army. But it's not like a standard spell that you're gonna have on the Newts that you have to be able to do. So very few wizards are able to cast a full Patronus charm. I did the test on online. I got a stoat was my animal. It's like it's a weasel.
Oh man,
that's some BS.
I forget what mine was. I did take the test, but I forget what it was.
Yeah, I wanted something baller. Instead, I'm Patronusing a stoat. Get out of here.
Stoats my goats, man.
Yeah. Stoats my goats. So we only ever see Snape use a Patronus, no other Death Eaters or any Dark Wizards for that matter. But is he the only one able to do it? Well, the author herself had confirmed in a web chat in 2007 that he's the only one that can do it. She said, because the Patronus is used against the things that the Death Eaters generally generate or fight alongside, they would not need Patronuses.
Wow, I can't believe we'll take time out of her day to say that quote, because we all know that she wrote the Harry Potter series and no one else.
Yes, I don't know
Thank
who
you,
wrote
Emma
the Harry
Watson.
Potter books. I refuse to look into it. So basically what she's saying is that because the Death Eaters, they use the Dementors, they fight alongside them, they have no need for Patronus charms. Also, being a Death Eater, it's a pretty hard life, pretty dark, so you might not have a good memory inside of you to be able to cast a Patronus. I mean, it would be cool to see some like dark Patronuses that were like vultures or other evil animals, not stoats.
Dark Stoat.
not the dark stoats. The weasels will come and get you. But Snape is the only Death Eater that can cast a Patronus, full stop.
Okay. Interesting. I had no idea. So this is news for me. Thank you, Brandon.
There you go.
But I got another question for you.
Okay.
Don't rest up just yet.
I'm on my toes. I'm ready.
Stay on them toes, because what is the average speed of a bantha at full gallop? And this is from MJ in Santa Fe on Discord. Thank you, MJ.
Yes, thank you. I couldn't find anything official on the galloping speed of a bantha. I know you're disappointed. There's a lot of other stats out there. For example, they have an average height of 2.5 meters, a little over 8 feet, just like MT. And they weigh almost 9,000 pounds. These are big boys out there.
Damn.
There's also, if you didn't know this, there's also different species of bantha. The bantha we know is like the common bantha, but there's dune banthas. They're a little skinnier. There's
Timothy Chalamet banthas. Wow.
Timothy Chalamet banthas. There's swamp banthas. And there's even a species of bantha native to Kashyyyk. I don't know how that happened.
Wookiee banthas?
But there's Wookiee banthas. What? Maybe someone brought one over, but it says native to Kashyyyk, so I don't know. Maybe they brought them to I don't know how they got around the universe. But apparently George never got around to figuring out just how fast they could run. So I started to think about like real world animals that we could compare it to. And the easiest one that came to mind was an elephant, of course. But in fact, when you go back to the filming of the first Star Wars, A New Hope, they actually used an elephant in a costume to play the bantha. It was a female...
cosplaying elephant?
It was a cosplaying elephant. It was a female Asian elephant named Margie, I believe. Margie is how you pronounce it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and there's all these cute photos of her putting on her costume, and her trainer, Bob Spiker, was dressed in the Tusken Raider outfit, and he's the Tusken we see riding Margie.
That's so cute.
It's her trainer, very cute. But all animals should be free and in the wild, and not trained to do tricks.
How hard you say you had to hit him? Well, fairly hard.
So if we compare a bantha to the Asian elephant that played a bantha, Asian elephants have a top speed of about 15 miles per hour, and their relatives, the African elephants, they can reach a top speed of 25 miles per hour, which is pretty fast for a big animal.
Damn.
So I would say a bantha is probably somewhere in the 15 to 25 miles per hour range. Pretty fast. I don't know how much distance they can do. Animals don't really run for distance, but if you get it going at a full gallop, it's got a pretty good top speed, I would say.
That is pretty fast for a large creature like that. That's actually quite terrifying.
I think a human averages around like 10 miles an hour when we get going. So it's like, I think an elephant will run you down, dog. You better run.
That will easily just run right through you.
Yeah.
Like, oh my. And I had no idea about Margie. That's
I know.
so amazing.
I guess as a kid, I always
her.
thought it was a puppet or something, but it was an elephant in a costume.
Listen, Star Wars, I want no more of this Margie erasure. I want a dedication for Margie. She put in work, in A New Hope. Well, thank you, Brandon. That was very informative indeed, as always. But now it is time for the box of scraps.
Box of scraps.
The cave of the box of scraps. Box of scraps. Now, Brandon, if dark magic is the most evil end of the magic spectrum, what is some slightly evil gray magic that you perform in everyday life on a daily basis?
Oh, my little bit of evil magic I do.
Yeah, a little evilness that you do.
I think for me, my most evil magic that I perform is when I'm in the elevator in my apartment building and I hear someone coming and I quickly press the door close button to try and keep them from getting on the elevator with me. Obviously, I do that now because I don't want to spread coronavirus, but I even did it before there was a virus. I was
100%.
That's my gray magic is I will close the elevator doors on you. I will not wait for you. I got places to be.
Oh my, that's a good one because I be doing that too sometimes. Let's be real.
We can all
sometimes you just want to ride the elevator in peace, man.
Yeah,
you don't want that whole
people.
small talk.
Nah,
Sometimes people be talking like, "Oh my God, nice day. How's the weather?" Like,
Get out of here.
Enough.
This is my elevator. What about you, MT? What's your gray magic that you perform?
I would say my piece of dark magic or gray magic rather.
Gray magic.
Is that I'm one, because of like I have massive anxiety about like responding to text right away. I am one to like read the text preview and then not reply for a while because I'm just like, I can't respond right now.
So they
I'm like, I don't have my full
They
attention.
don't know you fully read it?
Yeah, I was just like, sometimes I want to read something and then like process my thoughts and then reply. But because I'm an idiot, I forget. And so I just forget that they ever texted me. And I'm like, oh no, you haven't gotten a reply. And then it's days later, and then I'm just like, oh shit, they think that I hate them, and it's too late. So I guess I'm screwed.
That's some truly evil gray magic, MT. I'm proud of you.
All my friends hate me. But that is it for this episode of The Big Question. I want to thank Brandon, of course, as always, for joining me this episode. He is the highlight of Big Question in my heart, in my opinion. Anyway, please follow him at Brandon Barrick. He's the best. Follow me at MasterTainment if you want to see me tweet some weird shit and theories and all that stuff. But most importantly, follow New Rockstars here on YouTube and on all social media platforms. And make sure you hit that notification bell so you can get notifications every time we upload a video, because we do that pretty much every day. And make sure to find us on Discord so you can continue the New Rockstars conversation there. But just make sure that you are 18 years old and older. And of course, make sure to hit up newrockstarsmerch.com so you get a cool shirt like Superman with an Infinity Gauntlet, because we be making cool shirts all day long. All day. But anyway, again, thank you guys so much for watching. We love you guys so much, genuinely. And we'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.
Bye.
Be Nightman. You can be Dayman. Dayman. I can barely walk and breathe at the same time. Where are all these people sucking me off? Get out of here.
Who's drinking my milkshake? You drank my milkshake. I sucked it
Where are all
up.
these boys in my yard? Get out of here.
Get all these boys out of my yard. You're damn right it's better than yours.
All my friends hate me.
We can't have any dogs because she keeps sacrificing them. But she's banging. She's banging.
The greatest woman that ever existed in the MCU, in my opinion. She killed her mom, which is not the best thing to say after I said that. She killed her mom.
That's why MT loves her. Full stop. End of the conversation. Thanks, everybody. See you next week.
MT is a mother hater. No mothers.
MT's like, these moms have got to be stopped. After you just praised them,
Too many
turned
moms.
against them. No more moms.
I'm the anti-MILF.
You're a milk. Moms I'd like to kill. Here comes the milkman. That's like your evil alter ego is the milkman.
Serial killer, the milkman. Okay, stop. I'm so sorry, editors. I'm losing it. Okay, stop.
I will close the elevator doors on you. I will not wait for you. I got places to be. This is my elevator. Boom, bada, boom.